this is Heidi with Kiddos Corral, and today I want to show you guys how I thoroughly clean the kitchen sink. Now, some of you might think this is a little crazy of a video, but believe it or not, I actually have had this requested of me to show you guys how I thoroughly clean my sink. Now, one thing is that if you guys are familiar with the Fly Lady, she always says that every day you should start your day with an absolutely sparkling sink. So I'm going to show you guys how I get a sink that not only sparkles but also smells good, because we have the garbage disposal on this side. So the first thing I do is I use a scouring powder, and I just used a Comet powder, and this comes from the Dollar Tree. I always have a thing of this handy, and I just put it all over my sink. I run hot water and I use a brush. Now I get my brush wet, I run it along the sides of the sink, and I get this good and scrubbed and rinsed. Because believe it or not, when you clean or use your sink quite frequently, there's a buildup in your sink that forms around the edges from soap scum, and it makes your sink not look so pretty. So I make sure I get it all rinsed out. And this side looks pretty good. And then I want to do the same on this side. Not forgetting to do those sides of the sink. I particularly like to do this, especially when I'm going to have company over, or I'm going to be serving a lot of guests. I like to make sure that my sink is good and spotless. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now the next thing that I do is pay really close attention to my garbage disposal. Now what I like to do is I like to start with a glass of ice. As you can see, I have here. And then I like to start with about a teaspoon or so of just plain baking soda. And I add that to the ice in front of the camera. But then I add some vinegar. Now what I like to do is I like to turn on my hot water, and excuse me reaching in front of you guys again. I turn on my garbage disposal, and I put that straight into the garbage disposal and let that run. That ice sharpens the blades, and the baking soda and the vinegar clean and freshen the garbage disposal so you don't have any smells. Now the last thing I like to do is to use my window cleaner. Now some people use Windex, and that's perfectly fine, but I find that I really like to use the foam cleaner the best. So I move anything and everything off the sink and I spray. And this is not used, it's just dirty looking because of stains. It's just a cleaning rag. And I just like to buff and clean this Windex or window cleaner off of my sink. I like to get the handles and in behind where things can hide. And if you feel like you can't get in behind there good enough with a rag, get yourself a toothbrush. I know that I use toothbrushes quite frequently when I clean. So I'm just going to wipe this all up, just like so. And then I'm going to use the rag to wipe out the inside of my sink. And then I'm going to do the other side. And check and see if there's anything inside of here that shouldn't be. Sometimes little things can hide. So I just want to make sure that I get everything all clean and sparkly and make sure that everything is good and clean. You can also do the vinegar and baking soda on the other side as well if you feel like it's needed. And I just make sure that everything is shined up and wiped down. And I just love a good clean sink. And then I put everything back. Another fantastic way to freshen your garbage disposal is if you have any lemons or oranges that are going bad, you can cut wedges and put them in a freezer bag and use them whenever you thoroughly clean your garbage disposal. But all you do is you turn on the hot water, turn your disposal on, and just put this in. Now when that is finished, then you will have a really nice citrus smell coming from your sink, and it cleans and deodorizes. And that's it. So that's how I get a thorough clean sink. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be talking to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.